in this video, we're going to talk about dicing some celery. Now, celery is a very interesting vegetable to dice because, first off, lots of people with celery, they'll take the stalk, right? Take a knife and they'll cut it off right here. And they'll separate all the pieces off. Problem with that is you might not use all the celery. And then once you take the root off of it, it starts to wilt and get old very fast. I leave my celery connected to the root until I'm ready to use it. And the way I do that, also, when celery grows, down in here is where all the dirt goes, down inside, because it grows up like this. And when it's a little tiny plant growing up, just a little seedling, it's got these little shoots. And they're watering the plant, the dirt is splashing and going down inside. And it gets all down inside there. That's where celery really gets dirty. Leeks have the same problem. A lot of these types of vegetables have the same type of problem. So I avoid all the dirt in the root. I lay it down. I lift up the rib I want. And from this end, I cut an angle up. And it comes off. Next one. All right. And I just cut them off like this. As many as I need. That way I keep my celery intact with the root. And all the dirt's down in there. Now I'll still rinse this off. But as you can see, it's not dirty. The dirt is going to be down inside here. So that's a very important thing to know. Also about celery, these leaves are beautiful. In fact, in a lot of countries, they throw this away and they only eat these leaves. It's an herb. See? Turkey, for example, they don't eat this stuff. They eat this stuff. So this is very good. Down inside them. Now, when you buy your celery and you have the big ones that they're fully mature, at the top, those aren't good. They're not tender. They're fibrous. They're dilapidated. Oftentimes, just not good to eat. But as you take away these ribs, you're left with this interior tender leaf. This is beautiful. This stuff here. When I get to this point here, and I've got this celery, and I got it set aside for me. I'm going to make my tuna salad in a little bit. These leaves here, I go like this, all the way down to the nub. There's my nub. That's my root nub. This goes to the pigs now. They don't mind having a little bit of dirt in their life, right? But this is beautiful, tender celery leaves. Those go into my tossed salad. It's delicious. In fact, I'm going to chop this up a little bit finer. I need a tripod. I'm going to go a little finer on this here, all right? Because I'll just throw it in my tuna salad. There we go. Now celery. A lot of people do the same thing with this, and I've never seen anybody cut celery dice it the way that I do it. I'll explain to you real quick. That's why I'm doing the video. I don't think anybody does this. So here's my celery stalk, my rib. Cut the end off. It's unusable. That's pig food. And as you can see, celery. Where's the camera? There, you see that curve? It's like a boat, right? It's curved. So how do you get a square cubed dice off of something that's round and curved? If it were a potato or a turnip, I could flatten the edges and make it square and then get square cuts. But something like this, you can't do that. So what do? First thing you do, you flip it inside out, right? You put your knife in there, and you come down right in the center and just cut it in half. Boom. Okay? Now, if you look at this from the edge, you see the edge? There's a lip in there. You see that lip? Because it's round, and it's got, you see here, thin here and thicker here. See that? It's not exactly uniform. Well, you lay it over on the side, okay? Coming from the one in here, I'm gonna lay my knife sideways. And I'm just gonna shave off that little lip on both sides. There's a little lip on both sides. You see I'm just shaving it off across this way. Alright? There we go. I just shaved that lip off. That's all that came off. Just these two little shavings. Right? There's one, there's two. Big food. Now this thing is flat and even. Now I can get an even dice. So it's straight. I cut down the middle. I want a medium-sized dice. I cut down the middle there. Boom. There we go. Got two pieces. I cut the end off. Big food. And now I can just dice this piece. And I'm going to have perfect cubes on my celery. As you can see. Perfect cubes. They're beautiful. Alright? That's celery. Very simple. Do the other side. Got my little lip in there. I'm going to shave it off. Get in there a little bit. There we go. Run the knife down there. Just like this. There we go. Get it all. There we go. There it is. Now I can get a good dice on this. I want a little finer dice on this one. So I'm going to cut one and two. Notice my fingers as I'm doing this. I'm not holding it like this. I'm going to cut my fingers off. My fingernails are on the board, down on the board. And I'm holding it away from the seat. And when I hold it, you see they're cut back. So my knife goes up and down on my knuckle. All right, see that? But my fingertips are out of the way. So I use my knuckle. Okay? Hold it this way. Put my hand here, my knuckle. See my fingers are tucked in. My knuckle's sticking out. So I can ride my knife on my knuckle, right? And I can just go like this. And as I'm going in, I walk my fingers in as I'm cutting toward the end. Still, see? And then I get them out of there a little bit, pretty simple. It's a very fine dice, right? Can you see that? Real fine dice. Very good. That is celery. And as short and silly as this video is, I just took it on my phone. You'll not find anybody on the internet that tells you how to cut celery this way. I will extend it one more. Get this fine dice away. Another rib of celery. To clean this rib very well, I'm going to cut off the unusable end. Pig food. Right? Looking at the celery, there's my hole, there's the boat, right, inside. Put the knife inside there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. Now, I got two pieces. Vegetable peeler. Have you ever heard of peeling your celery? Well, the outside of the celery has got a lot of strings in it. If you ever used celery before, it's true. It comes right off. See that? Pig food. Now I have the tender meat of the celery here. The other one, I'll do the same thing. Lay it down, do the peel. This is something that only happens in the finest restaurants in the world because the food has to be perfect. Now we're going to shave off the little. Little edges inside here, so we get our nice even dice. Little shavings. This one's already smooth. This one's already off. This one's fine. Now I've peeled it, and I've shaved. Look, it lays flat now. There's no curve in it whatsoever. It lays perfectly flat. You can see that. There's no curve in it. No buckle in it. It lays flat on the board. The more accurate way to do it is cut them in smaller sections. Okay? Take the 3 to 4 sections, set them aside, pull first one out, and you're just gonna cut it into matchsticks. Each one close to exact same size as you can get it. So that way every dice will be exactly the same size. Little tiny cubes. See matchsticks there? All these matchsticks, they're all the same size now. They're all been peeled and shaven on the inside, so they're flat and square and smooth. And again, we're going to put our knuckles in there and just walk it back with our fingers as we're dicing. Keeping your thumb tucked underneath in the back too, underneath your hand. There we go. It's very simple. Dice celery. That is how you do celery, right there. Now I'll finish the rest of my celery without you. You have a great day, and we'll cook together again later.